Hi there, and welcome back to Triplicate, and moving right on with the mood light. Now last time, as well as getting the electronics working and getting it cased up, we defined how we thought we were actually going to get it to function, and we got some moods. So I have made a start on this. I made a start on my waterfall mood. Okay, so it circles round. So here we have time here, and we're sort of, I don't know, telling a story following the water from the pool at the bottom, and then it goes up through the mist out into the sun, and then it falls down the waterfall itself. And the pool is basically a blue stroke green colour. The sun is a yellow colour, and the waterfall itself is white. So we want to make it so when it's in the pool it's at the constant blue green. In the mist it goes up from there to the yellow, to the sun, and from the sun it goes down into the waterfall, and once it's in the waterfall it goes back to the pool and loops round. It goes back to the pool and carries on in the pool. Okay, so it cycles round, but we start at the bottom of the pool below the waterfall where it's blue, and I know this is way slower than it needs to go. It just makes it easy to see whether it's working correctly for now. So yeah, we go up to the top and into the sunshine, which is yellow, then we go down the waterfall, which is white. It's a yellow, then white, and then we gradually settle into we're looking at this one, the pool below, which is blue. You'll see this gradually starting to turn blue now. That's okay, that's just the first hit. And I think the pool, the blue, is going to be it's going to sort of change between blue and green, and though they're running independently, I think I'm going to have them actually all starting at the same time, so it goes whoop and then gradually settles down and they'll slightly apart thereafter. And the white, the actual waterfall bit, I'm going to try and make that shimmer or sparkle or do something like that, depending on what I can get to work. Okay, so I realise there is a problem with these LEDs bleaching out the camera, so I have here a rubbish bag, a kitchen bin. If that helps, that just helps to diffuse them a bit. There we go. And does that look professional or what? Well, there we go. I just pull it down like that. I'll give it a whirl. So that was my original list of moods. So I've added Rainbow and Barry, which you probably can't see. I've also got a random one. I've written all the moods, but I can't yet fade between them or transition between them. I have to compile the code, calling the code for the appropriate mood. That is the rainbow mood. Let's try the random mood. And there we go. They're all just sort of fading between randomly selected colours. Okay, so here is the waterfall, finished waterfall. And you see, so it goes up from the pool at the bottom into the yellow sunshine, comes down, you see the white is flickering, and it gradually flickers down back into the blue pool at the bottom. Next we're going to try the beach. So here we have, so it's the right angle for you, sand, green, land, trees, grass, whatever, sea at the front and sky at the top, and you can see the sea has waves on it and they break, they go sort of whitey colour and break. Okay, so that's the beach, and next we have fire, which is supposed to imitate a crackling open fire. These are just, we've got a ball with a bunch of LEDs, we've got to do something with them, so the way I have got my head round what to do with them is come up with these sort of little scenes. Right, here we are, but they're not designed really to depict what they say, so there we go, flickering flames. And finally we have woodland. Okay, so we have green for trees and vegetation, we have browny yellow for I guess autumn leaves or tree trunks or something, and we have blue, which is the sky up above, or water, streams and pools below. So now I need to start looking at my transitions, and the transitions are also all going to be controlled by a timer. I'm not going to implement movement, light sensor or microphone for now, because I've spent rather a long time on this and I just want to get it finished up, so it'll be a talking point at Christmas. So onward and upward with the transitions. Alright, so let's look at some transitions which I've generated now. Firstly, an further attempt to stop the LEDs bleaching out the camera. There's 5 layers of masking tape over each LED, and we'll hope that works. So now I've got each mood lasting about 20 seconds, so we can see the transitions regularly, and it's currently set so it only uses a fade transition. And if we look on the scope, the top trace, it's up when it's updating the LEDs. That's just to keep the scope going. And the bottom trace is up when it's just displaying a mood and down when it's transitioning. So now it's displaying the woodland mood, and okay, it is now transitioning into the fire mood, I believe. Yep, there we go, and it's back up again, so it's all the way in the fire mood. Okay, it's transitioning to random, I believe. There we go, and it's in random. Go on, one more. And there we go, it's transitioning to waterfall. I recognise the flickering. And it's all the way there. So I think the fade works nicely. We'll go with that. Okay, so this is one I've called strobe, so we will, I'll show you this. Start her up. It'll actually run, so it's in waterfall mode. It'll run at that for 20 seconds. I'll probably even get through one cycle of the waterfall. So there we go, it sort of randomly flicks each LED to a new one, and it's there, and that's the rainbow. Okay, it's randomly flicking each LED, and that looks like woodland. There we go, and that is random again. So that's what I've called strobe. Would you call it strobe? I'm not convinced. It seems like a bit of a sort of a damp squib really. So anyway, I have another one which I've called spiral, so we'll have a look at that. Okay, so here we go. Start. So we're starting on beach, and this one sort of transitions, fades each LED in turn, going around the spiral in the order they are in. They're wired up. There we go. It's going round to the top one, and that's rainbow. So we'll see. Oh, here we go, we're transitioning round. Yeah. See, here it comes round there, up to the top, and we're in waterfall. So again, not bowled over by that one. I think the fade's alright, but I think if we're doing anything that's a sort of transition, a feature of the operation of the thing, it ought to be more dramatic. For instance, here's a video transition, and that's just transitioning back to the same video, and you can see that's sort of quite a bold, spectacular, I don't know about spectacular, but quite a bold effect. So I think the transitions probably need to be more out there, in your face, so to speak. However, I am not going to change them now. I'm not going to do any further software on this. I'm just going to put it back to random selection of the transition instead of forcing it as I am now. And I'm going to button it up. We are now going to look at seeing what we can do with this, and to that effect we have what did it do with it? It can of, if I can get it in the camera. You see that? Sparkle glitter spray paint from the paint factory, silver. Add a beautiful and dazzling effect to your hobby, craft or artwork. Okay, we're going to try that. And I have this, zoom you out here. This, which was the original glass out of the mean green box, which I replaced with acrylic perspex so I could drill holes in it. So I'm going to do a test piece on this first, and we'll see how that works, and then we'll try it on the globe. Alright, so here we have the trusty surgical spirit, so I'm going to give it a wipe over. Goodness knows what sort of gunge there is on it. Mostly my fingerprints, I suspect. There we go. Give the old paint a good shake. Probably 30 seconds. Is that 30 seconds? Yeah, that's 30 seconds, isn't it? Oh, and I've lost the cap. There we go. Right. No idea what this stuff is like, so we'll give it a whirl. Ah! Those are sparkly bits sort of drop down towards my feet. Ah. Oh, I see. This is in fact sparkles and no paint. Oh, that's why Angela never lets me do any painting. Run, run, run. Okay, well we'll see what it dries like. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Never mind, it's a test piece. Okay, excuse the hand cam. And I've taken the bits of tape off the LEDs, so they're bleaching out the camera again, but hopefully the effect I want to achieve is sort of a diffused effects that won't bleach the camera out. But I think here, I put that in front of there, now there, just looks dirty, doesn't it? It just looks like there's a lot of spots on. However, I suppose if I put it behind, let me see that, just line that up with a, we do get a sort of sparkly effect, so a bit of that might be good. So back to the drawing board, I think. So I went out and bought some of this mirror effect, which is Rust-Oleum mirror effect. You can probably do mirrors with it, allegedly. So we're going to try some of that, and we have some couple of pieces of rather brittle and hacky plastic, and we're going to try it on that before we try it on the real thing. How long does it say to shake it for? Contains N-butyl acetate. Oh, acetate. Extremely flammable. Right, shake for 5 minutes. Yep, 5 minutes. Now I'm going to get the top off. Give another shake. Hold it in something. There we go. Just to stop me getting paint on my hands. Right. That runs already. More solvent than paint there. So that is pretty opaque, so we are going to let that dry and see how it goes. Okay, apologies for a bit of hand cam in here, so I am going to, let's try this. That again looks really, still looks really bleached out. This camera just doesn't handle LEDs properly. But that I say is possibly alright. I was possibly looking for something a little more diffused. I think I'd have to put something on each top of each LED to actually diffuse it. So we are going to go with that, and it does, let me see that, yeah, it does reflect off the back. Are we going to go for it? Yeah, I think we're going to go for it. Right, giving the can a good shake. Now, I'm going to do this, making an even coating round on the inside of this while keeping it in shot, and bearing in mind I am rubbish when it comes to painting. So, let's see what happens here. Right. Oh, no. Oh well. And the paint doesn't seem to stick too well to the glass. Well, let's see how that goes. I think we could probably call it a complete disaster. Go on. Let's stick some of these sparkles in. Well, let's let that dry and see what happens. Okay, so here we are. Let's see what our newly sprayed ball looks like in place. There we go. Probably it looks better on the camera. Probably looks better on the camera than it does in as it were the flesh. I don't think I can call that any sort of a success. It's the paint's just sort of puddled up and run. It's not coated the surface. I guess it needs some sort of a primer, but I don't want any sort of a primer on the glass because that's what we'd see. However, that is what we're getting for the minute because I don't have any more time at the minute to spend on this. So that's it for this video. So it's goodbye from Triplicate Electronics, and I'm gonna leave this to run, and you can enjoy it for a few minutes. So until the next one, it's goodbye from Triplicate Electronics. Goodbye.